Let me share with you a passage that is really difficult to read in today's culture. Romans chapter 2 basically says that none of us has an excuse if we were to stand before God. First, it talks to people that have not heard of God or received God's law. And it basically tells them that when they do something that is not pleasing to God, they are accused by their conscience. So they have no excuse whatsoever. And then he talks to people that have received God's law. This is the Jewish people. He tells them that because they know the law and they disobeyed the law, they have no excuse before God. Now this is a really big problem. One, because most of us think that we're really good people. And we probably are. We're probably doing good things in life. I'm not saying that we're not. But we probably see ourselves better than other people. We compare ourselves with others and we say, I'm not like that person. I'm not like the old lady who sits with me in church. I'm not like my neighbor. I don't do bad things. I try to do good things for this world. This may be true. And as we compare ourselves with other people, we'll always find that we're a little better than others. The problem is when we compare ourselves with the greatness and the justice and the holiness of God. That's when we realize that we are in big trouble. And the truth is this: religions in the world only exist to deal with this problem. That's why we have so many. Because for centuries and centuries, humans have been trying to deal and solve the problem of sin in our lives. But none of these religions are able to solve the problem. Now there is also good news in this, because God knows exactly what we need. And so instead of asking us to do better and better and better and better, He sent His Son, which is the perfect image of God, to live a perfect, sinless life, and then to die on the cross as a substitute for our sins, and to rise again, defeating sin and Satan and death forever. And so these are the good news, that even as we try to do these good things, they're not counting for our salvation. They're just the product of what God has done in our lives. If you open up your heart today and you allowed the gospel of Jesus Christ to transform your life, you won't have to measure yourself anymore, because now you will be able to live a life that is pleasing to God. Now, I really don't know how your life is today. I don't know if you have allowed this season of quarantine to bring some sort of coldness to your heart. And I don't know if you have walked away from the things of God in the past few weeks or months. Or maybe you've been trying too hard and you've been disappointed by your failures. Now let me tell you this. The grace of Christ through the gospel is enough to give you the justice of God. So I want to invite you today to open up your heart and take a step of faith and embrace the gospel of Jesus Christ. And if you have, I want to encourage you to keep going in the strength of God in your life. And I pray that the grace and the mercy of Christ will be upon you today.